To my dearest daughter. Now that you are 10, I want to write to you about something that is important to me. Have you ever wondered how we know the things that we know? How do we know, for instance, that the stars are really huge balls of fire like the sun and very far away? The answer to these questions is evidence. Sometimes evidence means actually seeing or hearing, feeling, smelling something is true. Astronauts have traveled far enough from the Earth to see with their own eyes that it is round. The evening star looks like a bright twinkle in the sky, but with a telescope you can see that it is a beautiful ball, planet we call Venus. Often evidence isn't just observation on its own, but observation always lies at the back of it. If there's been a murder, often nobody actually observed it, but detectives can gather together lots of other observations which may all point towards a particular suspect. Scientists, the specialists in discovering what is true about the world and the universe, often work like detectives. They make a guess, called a hypothesis, about what might be true, and then make a prediction.
Now, I want to move on from evidence, which is a good reason for believing something, and warn you against 3 bad reasons for believing anything. They are called tradition, authority, and revelation.
A few months ago, I went on television to have a discussion with about 50 children. These children were invited because they'd been brought up in lots of different religions. What they said shows up exactly what I mean by tradition. Their beliefs turned out to have no connection with evidence. They just trotted out the beliefs of their parents and grandparents. Authority as a reason for believing something means believing it because you are told to believe it by somebody important. In the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope is the most important person, and people believe he must be right just because he is the Pope. In one branch of the Muslim religion, the important people are old men with beards called ayatollahs. Lots of young Muslims are prepared to commit murder, purely because the ayatollahs in a faraway country tell them to. The third kind of bad reason for believing anything is called revelation. If you had asked the Pope in 1950 how he knew that Mary's body disappeared into heaven, he would probably have said that it had been revealed to him. Suppose I told you that your dog was dead. You'd be very upset, and you'd probably say, "Are you sure? How do you know? How did it happen?" Now suppose I answered, "I don't actually know that Pepe is dead. I have no evidence. I just have this funny feeling deep inside me that he is dead." People sometimes say that you must believe in feelings deep inside, otherwise you'd never be confident of things like "my wife loves me." But this is a bad argument. There can be plenty of evidence that somebody loves you. All animals are built, by the process called evolution, to survive in the normal place in which their kind live. Lions are built to be good at surviving on the plains of Africa. Crayfish are built to be good at surviving in fresh water, while lobsters are built to be good at surviving in the salt sea. You speak English, but your friend speaks German. You each speak the language that fits you to swim about in your own separate people's sea. Language is passed down by tradition. There is no other way. Next time somebody tells you something that sounds important, think to yourself, is this the kind of thing that people probably know because of evidence? Or is it the kind of thing that people only believe because of tradition, authority, or revelation? And next time somebody tells you that something is true, why not say to them, what kind of evidence is there for that? And if they can't give you a good answer, I hope you'll think very carefully before you believe a word they say. Your loving, Daddy.